Hello, baby doll cuties. So we're going to talk about a sunk cost fallacy. It's an economic term, and I think it's really cool because Jack Levin, the founder of Zen, he is trying to use it to pump Zen over time. And people don't see it, but I'm here to share this information for you because in 2020, I got obliterated buying coins where I thought they were going to change the world, but the founders dumped on me. ETH Maxis dumped on me. There are a lot of insiders in this game, and people keep knowledge for themselves, and I hate them. I hate them, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. So I want every right to squash these people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relay to you all the information I see and I hear, and you're going to get more intelligent and wise. You're going to share that information with me. My community is going to keep growing. It's already growing fast. Please continue to like, subscribe, bell button, all. And let's continue. So what do I mean when I call Zen experiment to be a sunk cost fallacy? So this is it's a real term in economics, and the sunk cost fallacy is just basically when you don't want to abandon something because you've put too much money in it. Okay? And this has been done in crypto before. People have tried to do different ways to do it, but with Zen, it's an obvious way. It's new, it's relevant, the community is excited, right? And I want you to see with me why it's going the way it does, all right? So we know the price is going down, but let's go further, right? So this is an observation I noticed. Coin founders, when they try to make a coin, because if you go back to my earlier videos, right, I have explained most developer-oriented, nerdy, programmer founders, they will focus on tokenomics. They'll focus on the game theory because that's the only thing they can control. They can control the logic and the scarcity and the coding of it. But that doesn't make a price go up. What makes the price go up is demand. You need people to be psychologically convinced that they must open their wallet and put USD or ETH into the Uniswap pool and push your price up. They must be convinced of that narrative, okay? Let me continue, all right? So, this sunk cost fallacy, right, here, they assume investors won't abandon a coin for less than they paid for it, okay? This is why Zen is linked to the Ethereum gas cost, you know? So I have a lot of friends ask me, like, why Zen does this complicated stuff with batch minting and the ETH gas, right? I'm here to explain it for you, all right? This is why it gets done, okay? So Zen, there's batch minters, right? Oh, you got to mint like 1,000 wallets to join a rank, this or that, right? So that's just how the game plays, right? By the way, I did mint a bit just to play around. I told other people to do it, participate, spend a couple of dollars and see, all right? So let's go. So here I go. This is a great example I've got. For example, right, if I spent $10,000 and I made you fluffy socks, would you necessarily be able to get someone else to pay more than $10,000 for them? Think about that, right? Just because it cost me $10,000 and I gave you the best fluffy socks in the world, right? How likely do you think it is you will be able to offload those socks, right? Think about that, okay? So I have a conclusion here for you. You can't make investors value an asset just because it costs a lot to make. This is the sunk cost fallacy, okay? We'll continue down. So, related to Zen. The whole point of Zen is to start cheap, but let the rising ETH gas cost drift it up over time. The goal is to make Zen valuable as the mint cost rises, right? So, because it costs money to mint, you know, like $2, right? What I guess Jack's assumption is, hey, if it costs $2 to mint like a certain amount of Zen, over time, let's say that goes up to $5, well, you're not going to sell your thing less than a 2x, right? That's basically the assumption on that, right? And I'll tell you right now, this doesn't work, okay? How do we know this doesn't work? Go look around you. Do you think people refrain from selling crypto down 95% from where they bought? They don't care, man. They'll sell at a loss. Crypto network effects decay. The network effect decays by default over time. You need to keep people interested. You have to keep new people coming in, and they only come in if the price goes up. That's it. Unless you can make some sick killer project where people are buying and using the utility without doing that, right? Have we got to that stage in crypto of adoption? No, we haven't. Okay. For example, people keep using Instagram even though there's no green price candle movement, all right? Same as TikTok, okay? But eventually those network effect decays too, okay? So, I end here, right? This is probably the most important part. So even though I'm telling you all this, I still say here, I want to find a way to buy into X1 chain, which is going to be the Zen layer 1 chain, because you just never know what happens in a bull market. This is why actually a lot of people respect me. A lot of people keep coming back to me and keep listening because they go, man, you will really dissect stuff and go, yeah, I'm in anyway. That's the truth. Yes, it's the truth, because I can understand why people are coming in. No one's doing 4-dimensional chess, this and that, right? However, there's future supply, right? We all know the Zen supply. Okay, there is $88.5 million of Zen and only 600k liquidity. So I don't want to stand in front of the train and be exit liquidity for the $88.5 million, $88.5 million of future supply to come out for only 600,000, which is $300,000 of bid sign, right? I don't want to be there. But I still want to participate in X1 layer 1 chain somehow, right? Even though I know it's a vampire attack, but I want to find a way to get in. But I'm not going to get in by buying someone else's bag and giving them money. And you shouldn't either. So we're going to have to wait and see. Maybe there's a path. Well, I have a friend. One of my friends asked me, DM'd me as well, and said, hey, man, where can we get in? Like, where would you actually get in? And I have it here on this chart. See, he literally thought, you guys think this chart's a joke. It's not. I'm telling you, if Zen, from the moment of this, if Zen drops another 70 to 80%, right? This literally, see, look at this. This chart, if you start top all the way down, it actually says minus 100%. You see this? It actually says minus 100%. That's when I'll think about buying, right? Because I want, those $88.5 million, I want those early stakers, the top 100 wallets, I want them to be in a loss. That's what I want them to be like deeply thinking, hey man, should I capitulate or not, right? But unfortunately, their supply doesn't come out for like another 300 days. Okay, so sometime in 2023, that's when they'll get it out. Maybe end of 2023. So we got to wait and see. I want that future supply to come out. And when it comes out, if you're diamond hands, we'll see. We'll see if they don't dump. So that's what I'm waiting for, okay? And I've also heard information that, if I go back here, this is not the full information, but if I can find it here. So Zen's layer 1 chain apparently is going to be over like a 30-month period. Okay, it's a 30-month period here. I've got it here. Estimated the sacrifice of it once 30 months. That's a bit too long for me, right? So there's no point to buy Zen here. You're going to get absolutely obliterated, okay? And the Zen NFTs, it's the same thing. People minting to dump. So, as I mentioned before, it is a sunk cost. It's like, well, it's doing everything reversed. You can't let the cost to mint drift up your value over time. Okay, you have to get people to buy into the narrative. Okay, you have to get people to buy into the narrative. Okay, and like I'll show it to you right now. Water has world adoption, right? But do you want to go pay $30 for a bottle of water, even though it's everywhere? No, you don't. There's literally water everywhere, right? You don't want to go. You even think twice about paying $50 of a bottle of water if you had a festival. You're like, I'm hungry, but like not that hungry for water. You know what I mean? It makes you think. It really makes you think. Humans and scarcity and buying assets does not work the way you think. We can't put a formula to it. You can't make something's cost go up and therefore we just make value for everyone. Trust me, someone would have done it already. Doesn't work like that. Okay? Unfortunately, we don't. I wish it would. It'd solve so many problems. Okay? So, we go back to this chart. Yeah, there is a price where we'll buy. Wow, that's it. If we miss it, who cares? I know there's future supply here. There's $88.5 million of future supply coming out. And I don't think they're as strong as they say. I think they're all going to dump and they're going to chase this liquidity. And I hope they don't. I hope, look, in an ideal world, this is what you want to see. In an ideal world, maybe someone makes some sick apps for Zen and maybe something comes out. Maybe this goes up. By the way, I just want to let you know this. So, if Zen goes up here, I want you to know 5x. See this point? So if Zen goes up here, then that 88.5 million becomes $450 million. Okay, and this will only be like a couple of million liquidity. Do you think $450 million of future supply unlock, do you think they're going to hold? I want you to know that. That's why, more than likely, it would come back down. Okay, this future supply is very important to think about. Future supply, it does not carry enough weight if you have a meme strong enough to push it forward, to get everyone to keep buying because they believe in price appreciation. But Zen doesn't have it, man. Zen doesn't have it. So I'm going to wait for layer 1 chain. I want to watch this. X1, layer 1 chain, right? There's probably going to be people who buy it in the next narrative, but I'm going to wait and see. I want a good price. If you know of a good way to get in, please let me know. But I am not buying someone else's massively minted Zen. No, I'm not. Okay, I would rather wait. Wait until these people really get tested, okay? There's one thing I know. In all these bull markets that happen in crypto, nothing starts with a huge circus run. Nothing. There's first a wave up and a wave down that retraces 80%. You know, it's something like this, oh, wave, and then okay, and then that's where you got to reevaluate, right? And if it's going to go to the heavens, it's going to do that, right? This is just how it always goes. It's just because we're in a bear market, people don't really believe it. Bitcoin isn't through the new high, Ethereum isn't through the new high. Okay, so I hope I fleshed this out. People ask, why am I spending so much time in this? Because I want to know. This is a new community. Yeah, it's vultured off Hex. Maybe we can participate in the X1 chain. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. There's no harm in just watching these. I like watching everything. Okay, we're late to all the layer 1 chains. They're all freaking hugely bloated already. Maybe this one's got something in it, but with that fully diluted market cap, man, we're gonna wait and see. Okay, until next time, friends.